There's nothing I like more than looking up at the coconut trees with the coconuts with a blue sky. Oh my gosh. Well, if you're very perceptive, you can see it's not all blue, especially up by there. But hey, I am very grateful. The sun is back and I'm ecstatic about it, really. It's been really a lot of sun and it really makes me happy when there's sun. So, hey guys, welcome to Raw Vibrant Health. This is my show. Thanks for coming. It's a health show. It's a show of my pitfalls and my triumphs and everything, you know. I'm not Mr. Perfect, but I do have a lot to share and offer people who don't know. I just like to show people the things that have helped me, you know, get healthy and raise my vibration, because I want them to get healthy and for them to raise their vibration to a higher level, you know? So, yeah, I thought that they were completely not even letting me upload videos anymore, which didn't surprise me at all. Because I literally tried to upload the last one, like, I don't know how many times, 4 or 5 times, and it was like not that long. But it finally worked. And so I'm still here and wishing you guys the best. And I wanted to talk about something that is you hear a lot about, but people don't really get what it means. You know, people don't really get inflammation. They don't have an understanding. They can't grasp what inflammation really is. They think they have an idea, but what is inflammation? Really, in the simplest way to explain it, the simplest terms would be acids. Acids. And what are acids? Acids are a part of chemistry, right? There's alkaline and there's acid. There's only two sides of the coin. And when you have acid, too much acid, a little acid's okay in a balanced lifestyle. Too much acid, you're going to have pain. That's what acid is. Acid is pain, suffering, weakness. Acid is definitely dehydration at the cellular level, you know? When your cells aren't able to communicate among themselves and among, you know, with your glands and your brain and your spine and, you know, the whole shebang isn't able to communicate with each other because you've got globs of mucus and toxins. And really, mucus is really, it's really the biggest key to health. That for me, it's, you see it after 7.5 years of doing this. You see it on a daily basis. You see it if you've done any fasting. You've seen it when it comes out of your GI tract is mucoid plaque, which some people think is not real, but it's guys, it's very real. When it comes out of you over and over again, and you feel miserable up until the point that it comes out, and then when it comes out, you're literally running around the block like you've never done in your life. Your brain starts working in ways that you've never ever experienced. So the mucus is a real thing, you know, and you'll see it when I just say try it, because you might not believe this stuff unless you experience it. So once you do some fasting, once you just try a little bit of raw food or a little bit of fruits, or, you know, just trying to change one meal to a raw meal or anything like that, you can start to see things. And you'll start to see, like, when you can get the mucus out of your lungs from various methods. And then when you go back to eating something that is acidic or too much acidic foods, when you're starting to rebuild again, eventually you're going to start eating. You're going to want to eat some acidic foods again. You're going to want to eat whatever it is. It's not a fruit or vegetable. That's what is an acidic food. That's what's going to create mucus in your body. What is going to give you inflammation. And so you're going to start to see again. Before you had all the time. all the time, right? Then you clean it out. And then when you went back and you ate too much potatoes and you ate like 3 pizzas, you know, even vegan pizzas, it doesn't matter. Seeds, nuts, oils, anything that is not a fruit and vegetable is acidic. Any grain, I don't care if it's gluten free or not, it's all acidic. Anything that is not a raw fruit and vegetable, it's really going to be giving you inflammation. It's going to give you a a burden on your body if you're eating too much of it, if it's not the right time. You know what I'm saying? So inflammation is really when your body gets these encumbrances, the blockages come, you know? And yeah, you can eat McDonald's for 25 years and think that it's not bad for you, but maybe on the 26th year, you start the inflammation gets, it was accumulating for 25 years, but you didn't feel it. A lot of the reason why is because the brain is just getting acidic and inflamed, you know. And then on that 26th year, oh, you just get sick. It didn't come out of nowhere. No, your lifestyle was horrible. Your dietary choices were the worst possible thing you could eat, and that was giving you buildup of acids, buildup of mucus, and a buildup of inflammation, which is that's all the same thing. Inflammation, and the inflammation is pain. It's cancer. The C word. I look at you see. I don't even want to say that because, gosh, if I even say that word for the first time, I can't even say regular things. But yeah, I digress. You know, these the stuff just doesn't come out of nowhere. It doesn't. Things build up over time, like I just said, and inflammation is when your body goes, okay, let's protect your heart, let's protect your vital organs, let's protect, you know, your brain, and like the things that are most important, whatever the body deems that to be, you know, whatever the body's, you know, intelligence, the wisdom of your body is gonna put that stuff somewhere else, like your tumor over here instead of over there, you know. And so inflammation, if you have inflammation, if you have a bunch of acne and zits and stuff, that means you've got inflammation for sure. And that's just too much acidic stuff. That's too much things that is not fruits and vegetables. I know it sounds so simple, but that's the thing. That's the thing is humans, you know, our society and the dark underlords who have constructed the matrix didn't want us to be healthy, you know. So they can be on their mega yachts and their, you know, 100th vacation home. They've put everything into this world to be a slave race, and we're not going to get into that because you guys already know that. I mean, and I know a lot of people. Like, it's like talking to my mom yesterday again. She's like, everyone, you were telling people about this for how long? And you know, I'm like, yeah, I know. Well, I was just trying to warn people. I knew it was coming. And now a lot of people are freaking awake, and I'm really ecstatic about it. And I have to remind myself sometimes that that's what's happening, and it's great. Great times are coming. They're already here, and choose your own adventure. Choose it, you know. Remember that game or that book? um, so, oh, what was I saying? So the inflammation, guys, is it's when your immune system. What's the immune system? The immune system is actually your lymphatic system. Google the lymphatic system. You'll see it's a gigantic. It's the most. It's a huge system in the body. It's absolutely imperative that you have a knowledge and a knowing of this system, because when you do, you know how to get healthy. You want to move that system, and you want to. The best way you can do that, by far, is with your diet. You're eating the fruits, eating raw foods, drinking juices, water fasting, taking herbs, all this stuff is the best way to move the stuff through your system. It's like your sewer system of your whole body is your lymphatic system. If you're just flushing the toilet all the time and everything's staying inside your body, guess what? It's not going outside. That's why you have issues. That's why you have inflammation. Inflammation. And I'm not going to get into it too much, but I've had a lot of, I've had, I've got some bulging discs in my back, one in my back, one in my neck. And actually the last year I've been waking up in severe stiffness and pain and weakness. And it's been a rough year on the physical body for sure. I've had a lot of stuff. I beat up the staph infection with no antibiotics, so that happened. And then at the beginning of like a year ago, and then basically around the same time, although it's definitely not related, the I got it's definitely inflammation. That's all it is. It's like acidic. There's not enough hydration. Like I said, cellular hydration to parts of the disc in my back. But it's not just a one-layered thing. Mostly it's because I've been sitting too much, and I have broke my pelvis 23 whatever years ago, and then I've had not the best posture at all, all the time. And now I've been basically just in a nut. I'm not going to explain. I'll explain probably more later because this is like a big deal. I've been really learning how to heal some of the deepest parts of me, which I already thought I did, but this is a really deep one. So yeah, I've been doing physical therapy and all sorts of things, and changing my lifestyle, doing more stretching at night too. Which yeah, I do yoga usually in the morning, but at night, if I'm sitting and then I don't stretch, and it's just because I've had, we all get it. Like, I don't always stay super 100% raw. I don't go too far off from the raw thing, but sometimes I go 80% or whatever, or what. But I do also eat a lot of, I don't just try to detox myself to death. I like to rebuild my body, but then sometimes once I rebuild the body, like I've told a lot of you guys before, my coping mechanism is still food, even though it's raw food, even though it's the healthiest, cleanest food there is that I can get, which I've been doing for 17 years. Even if it's raw food, even if it's clean food, it can still be acidic. And what does acidic food do? It can give you inflammation. So, yeah. And like I said, I'm not Mr. Hey, I'm perfect. Like my body, I'm Mr. Pretend to be whatever. I'm just who I am, and I'm just sharing this truth because I've seen it heal all the parts of my body before. And I know if I just had the discipline in the last year to do a longer actually water fast, is probably all I have to do. I just honestly haven't had the discipline or the support to do something like that. I need the support right now in my life, and before I didn't need it as much, but right now I really do. And I haven't had the discipline to really just do like a week of water, 10 days of water max probably. And it's all I got to do because everything else is pretty good, mostly. Except the GI tract, everything gets backed up. I mean, I'm just being honest with you. When you break the fast and you rebuild your body, guess what? Having some acid foods is good, and you need to be balanced when you break a fast. But the longer you go, and then if you start pushing it and you having a couple meals where you binge a little or you overeat, which I wouldn't say I haven't been binging anymore, but I'm definitely overeating. So I'm working on it. I used to binge like a mofo. So I'm making progress, but that's my drug. Some people have this drug, that drug. Mine is food, and I'll be the first to admit it. And like I said, even raw food. But yeah, it's like once your body gets really clean, your metabolism gets clean, your colon, your small intestine gets clean, everything gets clean. Then you don't need as much food, and then when you're eating too much food, over time, guess what comes when you have inflammation? Like I said before, mucus. What does mucus give you? Dehydration. Mucus gives you pain, gives you weakness, gives you suffering. So once you have that, the longer you go without cleaning your body out properly, like I haven't done a long water fast for, I don't know, 4 years, 4.5 years. I haven't done a really long enough juice fast to heal this either. You know, I would say 29-day juice fast. I did maybe 4 years ago. I did a 21 day maybe 2 years ago. I've done a 15-day. I've done tons of 7 days, 8 days, but nothing substantial. Nothing substantial. And those of you who have experienced this, you know what I'm talking about. You know you can get clogged up, and quite easily. So yeah. So I don't. I didn't mean to talk too much about maybe some things, but and I don't want this to go too long because I don't know why the heck my internet isn't working at my house anymore. It usually works. This last month has been super slow, and yeah, I just wanted to talk about inflammation, but I guess it's good that you saw. Hopefully, you could see some of these things about like, yeah, I'm not Mr. Perfect, and also I'm not going to sugarcoat this and be like, hey, once you do a 40-day juice fast or 150-day juice fast, hey, everything's fine. No, that's that's a third of it. The other third of it is breaking the fast properly, like a warrior. The other and you know and then the other third of it is just long-term balance and eating a lot of different foods and listening to your intuition and not going overboard. And sometimes I go a little overboard. You know, there's a big difference between, like I say a lot of times, like when like if you eat like a handful of cashews for your meal, or or like a whole bag. Not that I do whole bags, but I do like sometimes. I have tahini, avocado, and then I'll have with my salad, and then I'll have the raw pizza, which has like pumpkin seed, cashew. You know what I'm saying? And it's so doing that when your body gets really clean, you can do that for a while. But that's why you got to be really, like I said, intuitive, because you will get inflammation, and if you're doing just half of that every day, which is all the protein you need, more than all the protein you need, most likely you a lot of us, like I said, we eat just to eat, and so yeah, if you just do half of that, you're going to get half you're not going to really get much inflammation. But if you're always eating heavy stuff all the time, even if you're eating fruit or drinking juices for breakfast and lunch 95% of the time, like I do, if you're having a dinner that is really heavy, you're going to get inflammation again. And inflammation, like I said, it's mucus. If anyone tries to tell you it's not, I don't know what to tell you. They don't know anything about health. Read the Mucusless Diet Healing System by Arnold Ehret. It's very simple. You don't have to have a big brain. The smaller not the smaller your brain, but the less you think about it, the more you just feel and have an understanding of this, is the better. So get rid of the inflammation if you need to. Get your cells hydrated. Get that activity. Get that circulation going. That's the other thing. When you have um, inflammation, you've got the blood flow isn't coming. You could have a little bit of blood clotting, and your circulation is not up to where it needs to be for the nutrients, for the living water of your body, for the healing waters of your body to come and wash away clean your cells up. I hope that makes sense. Love you guys, and be blessed. Be free.